Eden Hazard was that kind of player. A boyish smile, a low center of gravity, and feet that danced across Premier League pitches like poetry. But this isn't a highlight reel. It's a tragedy. A footballing genius who lost his spark, at the very height of his power. What happened between Stamford Bridge and Santiago Bernabeu? How did one of the brightest stars of the 2010s burn out so quickly? This is the true story of Eden Hazard's meteoric rise and heartbreaking fall. In 2012, a 21-year-old Belgian playmaker made a bold announcement on Twitter. "I'm signing for the Champions League winner." And just like that, Eden Hazard arrived at Chelsea. He was more than hype. He was electric. Hazard didn't just play football. He danced with the ball. In tight spaces, against 2 or 3 defenders, he found ways out, not with strength, but with imagination. Under Mourinho, Conte, and Sarri, Hazard became Chelsea's talisman. In his 7 seasons at the club, 352 appearances, 110 goals, 2 Premier League titles, 2 Europa Leagues, 1 FA Cup and 1 League Cup. But beyond the numbers, it was his aura. In a league full of giants, Hazard, just 5 feet 9 inches, made defenders panic with every touch. His final act, 2 goals in the 2019 Europa League final, sending Chelsea fans into tears and euphoria. It felt like the end of a love story, and the beginning of a fairy tale. He was off to Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world. June 2019. Over 50,000 fans packed into the Bernabeu to welcome Eden Hazard. Real Madrid had been searching for the next Galactico, someone to fill the void Cristiano Ronaldo left behind. Hazard was meant to be that man. But even on day 1, something felt off. Hazard showed up to pre-season overweight, reportedly 7 kilograms above his playing weight. He admitted later, "I'm someone who gains weight easily. After holidays, I put on 5 kilos quickly." That statement made headlines, and worse, planted seeds of doubt. Still, Madrid fans believed. They waited, because what Hazard lacked in physical form, he made up for in genius. But then, the injuries came. November 2019, Real Madrid faced Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. Thomas Meunier, a fellow Belgian, clattered into Hazard, a crunching tackle that would change everything. The diagnosis: microfracture in the ankle. Time off, several weeks. But what followed was chaos. Hazard rushed back. He broke down again. He returned. Got injured again, and again, and again. In 3 seasons, Hazard missed over 80 games through injury. That same ankle, once the foundation of his explosive style, became his prison. He had metal plates inserted. His movement changed. His confidence eroded. At Chelsea, he would sprint past defenders, knowing his body would obey. At Madrid, he hesitated. His dribbles became uncertain. His smile faded. Real Madrid is not a club that waits. Hazard was no longer the poster boy. He became the forgotten man. Young talents like Vinicius Jr. stepped up, dazzling the crowd and scoring goals. Hazard sat on the bench, collecting euro 400,000 per week. Critics labeled him lazy. Spanish media called him a flop, worse than Kaká, worse than Bale. His minutes dropped. His presence vanished. He barely played in the 2021-22 title-winning season. When Madrid won the Champions League that year, Hazard was there, but only as a passenger. And fans began asking, is he even trying anymore? But inside, Eden was suffering. That ankle, it never healed properly. He once said, "Every time I tried to sprint, I felt pain. I couldn't trust my body anymore." In June 2023, Hazard's contract with Real Madrid was terminated. No farewell, no statement from the club, just silence. And in October 2023, Hazard, just 32 years old, announced he was retiring from professional football. No farewell tour, no standing ovation, just a quiet Instagram post, and a final sentence. "Now is the time to enjoy my loved ones and have new experiences." The football world was shocked. This was Eden Hazard. He could have gone to MLS, or Saudi Arabia, or back to Belgium, but he was done. He had nothing left to prove, and nothing left to give. What went wrong? Was it the injuries? The lifestyle? The pressure of replacing Ronaldo? Some say Hazard never had the killer mentality. He even admitted, "I'm not like Cristiano. I don't wake up thinking about breaking records. I just want to play." Others say he was simply unlucky, betrayed by his own body. But perhaps, he was also a victim of expectations. Madrid didn't sign a man. They signed a dream. And dreams, sometimes, don't survive the weight of reality. So how will we remember him? At Chelsea, he was a legend. The best dribbler of his era in the Premier League. A player who made fans hold their breath every time he touched the ball. At Madrid, he was a ghost, a what if. A career cut short, by injuries, by pressure, by fate. But when the dust settles, Eden Hazard will be remembered not for the fall, but for the magic he gave us, when he was at his very best. Do you think Eden Hazard's downfall was his fault, or just bad luck? Let's talk in the comments. And if you want more real, raw stories like this, subscribe to Sportspace 4, the home of football's untold truths.